Yo, what's good, y'all? It's 6. Welcome back to another tutorial. I haven't done a tutorial in a minute, but today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make Southside Pyrex beats from scratch. Let's get straight into it. Alright, to start the beat, I'm gonna pull up a phrase from Mike Fuego's kit, Anomaly. Got this fire starter right here. Easily able to just make a whole beat around that. Like, I already got like all the ideas coming to me right now. So that's in C minor. I'm gonna pitch it up like 2 to D minor. That's gonna be like a dark, that's like a dark key that's good for this type of music. And then I'm gonna just find a part that I really like, which is this part right here. And then I'm gonna move this over, drag this until the floor, and then delete it right here and copy this in twice. So now that we got a little chop going, I'm gonna put it on track 1 and go to the Portal presets. And I'm gonna use this Portal preset called Construct. It's from the Omni Portal preset. I think it's from Mike Fuego. I'm not sure. It's on Producer Create. Both these kits. All right, that's fire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have an 8-bar section and then freeze that just so that I got the bass and my loop going. Reverse it and chop it up like this. It's gonna just give it a whole different sound. And I would recommend putting everything on generic bleeding so that you don't hear any clicking. This one kind of ends too early, so what I'm gonna do is maybe just chop the first part up, or actually I'm gonna chop this part up. And what I like to do when I'm making loops, well, I'm gonna make this into a beat, but like when I'm making a loop, I like to just get drums going. So in the same kit, the Anomaly kit, I'm gonna just go in here. And with the hi-hats, you're gonna want this to be bouncy as fuck. So just do some dope patterns like. I'm gonna go to the snare. Once again, we're keeping shit simple. Like the snares are simple, really. I just add a little variation between the two halves. And you can even do rolls, but for this, I'm gonna just keep it real simple because we already got a nice bounce going. And I'm gonna only add like an 808 and an open hat to finish the drums. After that, we're just gonna finish the loop and it's really gonna be done. Some sauce for the 808s. Bro, look at this. You got a boost. I just do like 6%. And then with the EQ, this is where the sauce comes in. Like the boost combined with the EQ, it just gives it some extra like punch to it. Just keep it real simple. Real quick, just give the drums a level just so they're already level while you finish making a loop. So all these drums, once again, they're from the Anomaly sound kit. I'm actually going and find another phrase, and then after that, they got some more like one-shots in here, so I'm gonna use those and see what we can make. This guitar is fire. I'm gonna put Echo Boy on it. Then I'm gonna put my own preset, RC20. See, I have my own presets. I have my own presets for RC20, and they're the best presets. I'm coming with a kit soon, so stay tuned for that. And then on the second part of the 8 bars, I'm gonna make it go up an octave. And I made it unique so that I can make it go up an octave without affecting the other ones. And what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna have the whole 8 bars normal, and then every 8 bars I'm gonna switch it up. So since I consolidated it like this, instead of being like this, it's gonna make it a lot easier to just move it around. And let's say I want to make another one, pitch this one up. And also I have these 8 bars up here. So I'm gonna consolidate this again. Remember, this is the phrase that we started with, and we just started flipping it. So it's like the more you flip it, the more like different it's gonna sound. The more like, I don't know, when you flip stuff, it just sounds crazy. And then you just consolidate it so that it's just easier to move around and stuff. Since we use two phrases, I'm gonna just use the one shots right now. So let's see what they got. I'm kind of just like following the guitar because the guitar goes da da da, and then I accent these two other notes like the. It's almost like a delay. So right now it's really dry, and I'm about to fix that. Put a little bit of reverb, and then put Portal on it. I'm gonna use the Omni Portal presets. These are actually crazy. Just with that one Portal preset, like that shit changed everything. Like that's hard as fuck. I feel like it still needs something more, so I'm gonna just duplicate another Portal and then find a different preset. I also put some ping pong delay on it to just, you know, make it move around and spice it up a bit. I'm actually gonna turn this down just to give it more of like a feeling in the background of just like some ear candy, like an accent. They got some keys in here, so I'm gonna use this one. Now that we got the piano sounding right, what they always do is you never leave something like Southside. You never really leave shit plain. You wanna get it to sound like different. You know, you're gonna manipulate the audio, render it, like all types of shit. You know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch up the audio a whole octave, and then put it in halftime. Even the piano, I'm gonna put Portal on it, cause bruh, this plugin, don't sleep on this plugin. I know a lot of people use this plugin, but you get them right packs, like this one, the Omni Portal preset, like this is crazy. Like you're just gonna make some crazy shit. Like listen to that, that's crazy. Like what is that? And then you double it, and you put something else on it. What I'm gonna do with the piano is I'm gonna consolidate it. What you're gonna do is, well, you can do anything to it, but I'm gonna reverse it and chop it up. And it's gonna sound way different what it sounded like before. So what you do, how to reverse it, I'm gonna put you on game real quick. Most people know how to do this, but for the people that don't know how to do it is, as you saw, I reversed the sample by going here. And you wanna make sure it's perfectly lined up, because when you don't have it perfectly lined up, like in terms of this actual sample, like right here, then it's gonna be off time when you reverse it, but that's okay, because you can literally just use the slip tool. You just press S, and then you can just slip the audio over like this. But I just make sure it's on time before. And then after you do that, you're gonna chop it up into however big segments, and then to make the progression right again. So right before the last one, you go here to the next one, and you drag it in front, and you keep dragging them. Because if you think about it, you reverse the progression, and now you chopped it up. Now what you're doing is you're just flipping the progression back to how it was, but now it's just in reverse. Like the actual sample is like reversed and choppy. Sounds crazy, right? Now what I'm gonna do is consolidate that again, and then duplicate it, make it unique, and I'm gonna pitch this one up an octave. Then it's time, you guessed it, to put Portal on it again. This one gives a nice like detail to it. I'm gonna make these patterns unique and just pitch one down, just so that there's like variation, you know. When you're making a beat, what I do is I just duplicate this. Think about this: 16 bar chorus, 16 bar verse, right? And then I'm gonna arrange this in a second. Like maybe not have the open hat right there, and maybe not have it right there. I ain't even done that. done yet though. So how was I gonna start? I want to start with all the elements usually, because I don't know, I like to have all the elements and then drop it out and just go to the, like, you know how I pitch this one down? Instead of it going, I'm gonna have this when the verse comes in, and then I'm gonna take this one out. And then on the second part of the chorus, I'll have the plug come back in. So there's not gonna be any right here. And then what is this? This is the guitar. Okay, it goes up in pitch right there. For the second part of the chorus, I'm not gonna have that because this is gonna go up an octave. The piano is gonna go up an octave, and I might actually have the piano up an octave at the beginning, so then when it goes into the drop, it goes down to like a lower pitch and it just has the effect. And then once it goes to the second part of the chorus, then it picks up again, and once it goes to the verse, it switches up again. Have the high guitar playing through the whole chorus because it just didn't sound right without it. Then once it goes to the verse, I'm actually just gonna take the guitar out, and then on the second part of the verse, the lower guitar will come back in. Then this piano, when the first part of the verse comes in, I'm just not gonna have it at all. And then when the second part of the verse comes in, I'm gonna have the lower version because as you see, when this pre-chorus gets duplicated like it is when it's gonna be a loop, it goes from the low to the high, so you just want to be mindful of that as well. And now what I'm gonna do also is, you see how I left the first thing untouched? So what I'm gonna do is actually make it unique and put it on its own track, and then put Portal on it. As you see, this Portal preset is perfect already. So what I'm gonna do, reverse it, right? I'm gonna reverse it again. We already reversed it. We're not gonna reverse it yet. Since we have that Portal preset on it, I wanna freeze that Portal preset on it. Now we're gonna reverse it and chop it back into normal. And what we might even do is pitch it up an octave and put on generic bleeding. Fade in the beginning a little bit on every single one, just to give it that sweep. Doing this like with audio, it just gives it, like, I don't know, manipulating audio is really easy, so I say do that more often. But also there's some projects when I don't even consolidate anything because it's just that good already. But you know, with this shit, like, usually you're gonna be consolidating something because it's like, you know, Southside shit. But see how much harder that hits? It went from this to this. And then with the drums, like, look at the difference. I'm only gonna play this instrument. So this is the before. And this is when I flipped it. It just gives a whole different feel. And then halfway at the intro, the clap and hi-hat is gonna come in, and right out here, when the last clap before it drops, the hi-hats are gonna cut out like this. Alright, I just want to put y'all on game to something real quick. So a couple things is, you know when you're trying to stretch everything, like all the samples, and you just have to keep going into stretch and go into another one, you go to stretch, and like you just don't want to have to do all that. A good way is to literally go to tools, macros, switch all clips to real-time stretching, press OK, and boom, everything is set to stretch. So if you want to go back and pause that, replay, blah blah, yeah, that tip right there, so good. After I arrange this, I'm gonna show you another tip. What I just did is, first I selected all this, right? Which is, if you look at it, the pre-chorus, chorus, and verse, and I just copied that 2 times. Then what I'm gonna do is go to the second pre-chorus and bring the hi-hats and clap in a little earlier. Same thing with this one. Then on the second verse, oh, also I didn't do anything to the verses, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Second one, what I'll do is I'll just take out that 808 all the way to here, and I'll take out the drums so right here. And then for the drop to the second part of the verse, I'm gonna just take out everything right on the clap, even the clap. Now I'm gonna route everything to my loop bus. And another thing that I like to do is on the loop bus, I'll put an EQ that has a low cut, and then I'll drag the mix down, and then I'll create an automation clip so that whenever the 808 is playing, the percentage all the way up, and then when it's not playing, turn it all the way down. You know, when the 808 is playing, there's no interference. And you can go in on the verse and like cut it where it's not like playing, but for this one I'm gonna just leave it how it is because honestly it's good. Now what it's about is getting the balance of the loop right first, and then I'm gonna finalize the balance of the drums because we already did the level of the drums earlier. Panning shit is good too. You want to create a space, like an environment, so yeah, keep in mind your panning. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all one more thing, one more sauce. So if you don't know this, basically you know how you have a whole arrangement. This is the beat, this is the finished beat. Alright, now you just made this loop, right? You want to run the loop too. You don't want to have to make a whole new project. And what I used to do is I used to copy this, drag it all over here. I just don't want to do that, right? So the easier way is to just click this arrangement button, press clone, and then type in a loop to rename it. And then now you have these two arrangements. Look, so if I delete this stuff, I go here, I still have that arrangement. What I do is I delete all this and I keep the pre-chorus, the 16 bars, and then I delete all the drum, and then I delete this EQ thing. I make sure that the EQ stays off when the loop is playing. Now you got the loop, right? And you could stem it out, you know, blah blah. I'm gonna do this after the video, but yeah, this whole video I was using the anomaly kit. So if you want to go check that out, I'm gonna have a link in the description. You could use my code for percentage off. Shout out Staffers, shout out the producer crate, and shout out Marco Lenz and the Mike Fuego. That's the people that made these kits. Let me know what other videos you want me to make in the comment section. I'm gonna go through them and see what y'all say. But yeah, turn this video, like it, share with your friends. I know this is gonna help people, so yeah, just help the video out and subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss any of the sauce. But anyway, it's been 6. Peace out, y'all.